Good morning. This is 5 minutes and counting. It's video 97, and we're back for another daily accountability video. There's so much to unpack today, There's so many things I actually want to say. Before I even started recording, before I even left the house, there's just bare things that was just flying off in my brain, and now I'm gonna have trouble trying to remember them all. Yesterday was most definitely a better day. I posted on Instagram, I posted on TikTok, which is stupid of me. I didn't post on the story with a link, which is the easiest thing to do, but I didn't get that done. I didn't do no outreach. The day was definitely progressive and positive, as I spent the majority of the day in the studio. Had the intern in there, Zayn, big up Zayn, and we completed the 1-page deck that I need so I can start contacting brands, so I can get back into my branded content bag, man. So yeah, they're the things that happened yesterday. Oh shit, also Zayn, yeah, so she's the girl that reached out to me after coming across my content on TikTok, and she said she just wanted to help with my marketing efforts and just figuring out how we can structure things and make them better. So she was in studio later on in the evening, as we've got a project that we are working on. Going back to Zayn though, because this is one of the themes that popped up in my head. So when we was in studio and I was asking him to make this 1-pager, when he gave me the first design, I looked at it and I thought, something's off. This don't look right, this don't feel right. Like, to me, it didn't communicate what I wanted it to communicate based upon how it looked. So I asked him, when designing it, did you use any references? He said no, he's just created from, what's in his brain. And I said, that's sick, that's good. Yeah, obviously that's something that's not very easy to do. And when you do that, you are definitely gonna get outcomes that are obviously not plagiarized and more original. But for me, before you can start just creating from your brain, from inside, you need to have a wide variety of reference points, because the reference points is what allows you to have some form of structure. They basically give you the basics in it. Like, you have to master the basics before you go and try and do things that are more complicated, in my opinion. So we just had this conversation. I gave him some interior design magazines. I found some visual references online and told him to look at them before you do this second design and implement the structure or ideas that you've seen from the references into your work. So then that way it'll be easier to achieve something that looks good, rather than trying to do it from scratch, from no reference point, and then it taking more time. But the reason to why I wanted to talk about reference points so much is because reference points then comes into the conversation of concepts. And if you know me, if you know the way that I create, everything is concept driven. Everything. Yeah. Even the studio. The name of the studio is ToneSet Studios. It's not just a name for the sake of it being a name. Tone in terms of a vibe, feeling, set, as in you setting it. So ToneSet Studios. I have a slogan, which is set the tone. Obviously, loads of people, it's a common word, it's a common phrase, you hear people say it all the time. But I just have a thing for like finding ways to conceptualize and draw things into a narrative. So for example, when it was Father's Day, I read that post and I created the little photo and graphic design thing, and it said Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there who are setting the tone in their children's lives. And it's just like, Obviously, it's nothing groundbreaking, it's nothing crazy, but at the same time, it ain't something that people just do. Like, it ain't common to get me, like, to think in that kind of way. For some people, it's difficult. For me, it's kind of natural because that's just how I like to go about creating. And I'm saying all of this to say because in order to get the most out of this studio space, it is conceptual thinking that will allow you to do it, because it's a blank canvas, but it's a blank canvas with a lot of materials that will allow you to, pun intended, set the tone. It will allow you to create a vibrant atmosphere that should enhance the concept of the shoot that you're trying to put together. And the reason why I wanted to speak about it is because I just find that within the creative field, especially in Birmingham, but more importantly from the demographic that I come from, black people, yeah? And I'm gonna say this lightly, don't wanna say it, but niggas though. I'm a nigga too. I got called one yesterday, yeah? I got told that I'm ignorant. And you know what? I am. It doesn't mean that I'm ignorant to the point where I completely won't listen, or it doesn't mean that I've got things about me that are like what's associated with all of the stereotypes, because it's not that in it for the most part. I know that I'm a decent guy, you know what I'm saying? And when it comes to this creative shit, obviously most of the people that I attract are from black community, you get me? Because that's where I'm from, and that's who I'm gonna know the most. But when it comes to them creating, I feel like they find it very hard to think anything deeper than surface level. An idea of conceptualized thinking is to go beneath the surface, yeah? And to figure out how you can go about communicating a message, but in a way that is abstract, in a way that is different from what you would just associate to the thing that you're trying to communicate. So the best example I can give you, if man start a clothing brand, it's only ever going to be of two themes, really: getting money, or it's going to be about success. So it's like grind over sleep, get money daily, money bag, or you know, like just all of these different references, you get me? And I understand it, because we're coming from a deprived background, and we're all striving to want the finer things in life. In life, we want more. So I understand that it's a common theme, but just because it's a common theme doesn't mean that you have to go about communicating it in such layman terms, in such a surface level way. Do you get me? And I want the studio to help people to think about things just in a more conceptual way, in a more tasteful, artful, deeper, meaningful way. Because the moment that we're able to do that, it just means that our creations, things that we care about, can be received and understood in ways that exceed the negative connotations that are put on us, i.e. being a nigger. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's all I wanted to say today. Like, I don't even know if it's a lesson. I don't even know if I've dropped any gems. It's just a trail of thought that was in my brain, innit? And obviously it was inspired by conversation that I had with Zayn, inspired by conversation that I had with someone yesterday who reached out to me to ask about my studio and video work. Also inspired by this guy Speedy, because he's the guy that called me a nigger. He said that I'm ignorant. And yeah, bro, I'm just like you. I'm just like you. Just because I like to listen to jazz music, or just because I might like to sip a fucking red wine every now and again, or go to art galleries, don't mean that I don't have my ignorant ways about me, because I very much do. And for the most part, fucking love them. But I don't want to be ignorant, and I have to be more open-minded. Yeah, and I'm saying all this to say because he told everybody yesterday that I was afraid to come to the studio last Thursday because there was transvestites in there. My brother couldn't care less, bro. He's told everyone that I was lying, that I had a studio booking. C4 can back me up on this because C4 was the artist in studio. So C, if you see this, yeah, I beg you just comment and let man know that there was a studio booking happening on Thursday, and that's why I got to the podcast late. Yeah, but yeah, that's 5 minutes and counting. Definitely gone over 5 minutes. Definitely rambling. I don't even know if you're even gonna care what I'm saying. I'm still gonna put it out. Yesterday was a better day. Today will be an even better day. And yeah, man, I'll see you that tomorrow.